Thank you. All right. Okay. So, fellow Liberians, home and abroad, is a privilege again for us to be on here. We do not have the luxury of time, so we got to use it very wisely. The little time that we have, we got to be very meticulous in using it to get the maximum out of it. But again, we have few announcements that we want to pass over, and we hope that we can use our time wisely. It is a public service announcement from the CDC-USA. Members of the Mighty Congress for Democratic Change, that is the CDC, and all its affiliates and all its coalition members are kindly invited to a general meeting on Friday, November 8, 2024 at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. High on the agenda will be the CDC-USA Strategic Meeting to be held in Iowa. And this is signed by me. And we are asking everyone to please circulate the information. So we also have an invitation for you. I mean, all of you. Here is the invitation. You can take a screenshot of it. The number is there. The conference number is there where you can, easily see all of the information. So all of you are invited to this particular general membership meeting that is on Friday of this week. That will be, is it tomorrow or the day after? Let me see. Yeah, the day after tomorrow. So all of you are invited to be part of this particular meeting. All of you are invited to be part of this meeting. So like I said, we do not really have the luxury of time. So we are going to make use of the time that we have to bring you the information. And our discussion is going to begin with the press conference that was held. If one was, well, not a press conference, but an interview that was held, uh, with His Excellency President Dr. George Manuel Weah, with our own brother Abraham Godsent Weah. So we are going to be looking at that. That is what we're going to be looking at today. So again, what we urge each and every one of you to please do for us is to hit for us the share button, share with friends, share with family members, so that they all know that we are here, please. Share with friends and family members so that all of them know that we are here. So we are going into the discussion with this particular press conference that was held, with the press conference that was held, and is going to form the basis of our today's discussion.
To play, you have the capacity, you have the strength, the quality to win the ballot. You have to be consistent, continue. It passed now. They got one. It's over.
But Vinicius, one thing that happened, he not only him,
So because of the time, what we are going to do is we are going to take this further. We are going to carry in front, because we want to save time. Time is not really in our favor. So we are going to save time and carry forward.
Yeah, in Porto, what I'm saying? And I decided that I'm not going to the day, I said second, but I was, because I thought that a lot of people would be there, people that love him too would be there. So, and they have to continue the
vision a bit now from football or from sports to politics.
So the president, His Excellency President Weah, had a very, very, very important, very cardinal one-on-one with Abraham Godsent Weah. And it's very important. Even though it was very short, but there were a lot of information that was in that particular short one-on-one with President Weah. And today, our discussion will be predicated upon that and other issues. So I want you to take your own time to listen. I know some of you listening to it. We'll play a few bars of it and then we'll begin our discussion. We already have the points, so I just want to play a few bars of it and then we'll begin our discussion.
While you are away, first of all, before we go on, are you following developments back home?
Yes, I do. I'm following, of course. I'm the leader of the Coalition for Democratic Change. I have no choice but to continue to monitor the party.
But people wonder, even during your presidency and so forth, following development, but why is it you are always somebody who had to speak? People had to hear you out, especially in this kind of way. You're very hard to speak. Why? Why you don't just speak? But to just issues. People say, oh, yeah, we are not talking over. You're not talking over. People want to hear you.
Yeah,
but just talk.
We are not talking. We are not talking. I thought everybody have a responsibility. We're in an organization. We have a responsibility. So the time for everybody to talk. We're all working people in CDC. You got the secretary, you got the chairman, you got the caucus chair, you got everybody. Why everybody waiting for me to talk? You know what I'm saying? Look, I speak on issues that's cardinal. You know what I'm saying? And we got deputies that run the day to day of the party, and we got committees set up and disciplinary committee and all that. And, of course, when the time comes for me to play my part, I speak. I'm the leader. Imagine every day I'm talking. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. So I have a responsibility as a leader. You know, a responsibility not just to talk everything and every day. You understand? Yeah, I put a structure in place, and of course, we have norms in the party.
All right, so fellow Liberians, as I said, we do not really have all of the time. I wish we had enough time, but unfortunately, we do not. I actually have like 2 hours to take whatever rest before I can, you know, do some 1 2 1 2. So I'm going to use that time wisely here. So we had the opportunity to listening to President Weah in his conversation with Abraham Gosson William. And there were few things that he said, but they were actually significant, important, and were very, very heavy to our democracy, to our party survivability, and etc. The reason why some of us find ourselves in this institution, in this party, in this cause, is because this cause is the people's cause and not an individual cause. President Weah is building. But before that, let me just go to our live feed to welcome some distinguished personalities that have joined us. I'm sorry. Eric P., you are highly welcome. Thank you so much watching us there from District Number 5, Moserado County. My own brother, Chale, how are you, Chief? You are welcome. I want to say thank you so much for joining us, Chale. I appreciate your presence here. Thank you so very kindly. Otaka, how are you, sir? I salute your presence. Thank you so very kindly for joining us. It's a privilege for us to have you here. I want to welcome my own big sister, a leader in our community. Yata Doze, how are you? Mayata, thank you so much for everything you continue to do. We appreciate you, all of your services that you've rendered and you continue to render to the people of Grand Cape Mount County and to Liberians in general. I want to say you are highly welcome. Thank you so very kindly. We appreciate you. I also want to welcome a big sister and a leader here also, Madam Josephine Campbell. Thank you so much for joining us. We do appreciate you. I want to welcome uh, Jenny. Thank you so much. Adole, Adole Jenny Onuma. Janet Onuma, thank you so much for joining us. Get here. I want to welcome you. Thank you so much for your presence here. We do appreciate you. Thank you so very kindly. I mean, all of you that are joining us, including those of you that are following us on the YouTube. I want to appeal to you, please. We have a YouTube channel, so we appeal to you to kindly follow us on YouTube. YouTube is under the Palava Hut. You're going to see it there under the Palava Hut. So please follow us on YouTube. Just give us a signal. You can say hi. You can say so that we know that you are there. So those of you who are on the YouTube channel, we ask that you please give us a signal. And those of you that do not know that we now have a YouTube channel which is live and we are currently streaming to you from YouTube, we want to say you can go there and just search it up, go on YouTube, just type under the Palava Hut. You are going to see us there. I want to say you are welcome and thank you so much for joining us. So all of you who have joined us, my own sister, Hawatote, how are you, Mama? I hope you are doing well and fine. I appreciate you there. Thank you so very kindly. Thank you so very kindly. Mary Nipan, how are you, Mama? I want to welcome my own darling sister right here, Madam Mary Nipan. Thank you so much, Mama, for joining us. We are grateful that you are here with us. Thank you so very kindly. So again, what we urge that each and every one of you please do for us is to hit for us the share button. We want you to please hit us the share button. Please share with friends, share in the various chat rooms so that the information will be disseminated. So again, I want to say welcome to all of you. Thank you so very kindly for joining us, and we do appreciate you. So His Excellency President Weah had a very, very, very important conversation with our brother Abraham Godson William. In that conversation, there were a few things that he said, but those few things meant a lot to all of us and for all of us that we must take very seriously. President Weah addressed this question or this issue of why is it that you don't talk? Why is it that we hardly hear from you? Why is it that sometimes you are just kind of quiet as it relates to issue? Why you so sometimes you just people will talk and you will be the last to talk? Why is it like that? And he was able, fellow Liberians, to explain to the public. He was able to inform the public. He was able to tell the world why is it that he is not the kind of person who will just talk and talk on every small thing. Anything that happens, he's almost like somebody say, the way they can say, some people are, anyway, they are so, I don't know, they are mic enthusiasts. They are so very, very, used to the microphone that everything they will take the microphone. President William made us to understand in that particular interview that he's somebody who respects division of labor. He respects people own assignment. That when you are given an opportunity and a position, he trusts that you are able, you are competent, you are qualified, and you will adequately perform as required by that particular position. So when he was asked by our brother Abraham Godson Will, he made us to understand that look, there are people in the party who are responsible for different things. So I gave people responsibility. I will not be able to give people responsibility and go behind them and take the same old responsibility from them. I want to speak. I want to do this. I want to do that. So he said, I gave people their own space to perform the way they're supposed to perform. But the most important issue amongst all, they're very important, that he talked about was what is happening up Capitol Hill. And I will want to play it. Like I said, I don't really have the luxury of time, but again, it's important. I want to play it. So we play it when he addressed the issue.
But I think what happened is wrong. And those
of the speaker's members
So let's
are saying they wouldn't sit
very
on
important.
his gavel. What have surprises many and about this action is that
It's
you
very,
have
very important.
11 members of your party ticket who are there. Most importantly and scarily is the deputy speaker of the House of Representatives, the number 2 man who's there. Lately, he had to join that team, and they are fighting for the removal of the speaker, Jay Fonatikofa. What say you about
I mean, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that people that we know, people that we have confidence in, we want to sabotage the speaker. This is wrong. I don't think it's a good thing. It's wrong. You know, and, what I can say, we have to, go back to our, go back on our table, go to our meetings, and let people know that this is wrong. There's no way we cannot be on the record of people, our own people, trying to put our speaker out of the parliament. This is wrong. And those that are involved, I can only ask them to come back to start a call.
You call that sabotage. What do you mean sabotage? Is it sabotaging the CDC or sabotaging themselves, the people involved, especially the deputy speaker?
Sabotaging the CDC and also sabotaging themselves, because they putting themselves in a position where they were loved because of CDC, and they were voted for, and now they're going against the party for the speaker to be removed. Anybody, any supporter can be angry. So they're putting themselves in a position where people will dislike them. It's not a good thing. No matter what happens, we need to go to a meeting and speak. Flatty is the speaker. And Honorable Father is the deputy speaker. Before we reach to this point, what we discuss.
One thing I really admire of President Weah is his respect for the rule of law. It's his respect for people's desire. It's his respect for people's choice. It's his respect for people's feeling. That's what I really admire of His Excellency President Dr. George Manuel Weah. I really admire that of him a lot. His respect for the rule of law. People have this notion that His Excellency President Dr. George Manuel Weah is somebody who is afraid. The man scared. The man scared. You will be daydreaming to think that President Weah is afraid. You will be daydreaming to think that a man who just by an utterance can change the political dynamics of an entire country will be afraid. You must be joking. But what I have observed, that President Weah is somebody who respects the rule of law. And because of that, he wants to be within the ambience of the rule of law. He wants to be protected. He wants to be prudent as far as the law is concerned. And I understand why most of us, we do not see it from that standpoint. And you don't blame us. It's because the majority of us as young people, or maybe we say the majority of our population, we have a problem. To fight 15 years of civil unrest is more than 15. We say 15. The mindset of the young generation, the only thing that we know is violence. The only thing that we see is violence. Imagine 15 plus years of your life. All you saw was just violence, disrespect for the rule of law, and etc., etc. It has a negative connotation. It has a negative impact on you. We live in a society where people believe that you are strong because you disrespect the rule of law. They do not see it that you are intelligent, you are strong, you are victorious because you respect the law. People were hailed and they will appreciate, and they will be able to, give people the accolades for being very disrespectful, for being very rude, for being a social deviant. These are people who are appreciated. I remember when I was in school out of Liberia, we used to have this guy. This guy was very arrogant, a student, but he was very arrogant. I mean, this guy was just like an outlaw person. He was just very, very, very arrogant. But it will surprise you to note that that guy who was very arrogant almost all of the girls used to really like this guy. In fact, he used to even flirt with some of the most beautiful, girls in the place there. And some of us will sit and be asking ourselves, some of us are very intelligent. We sit down on our own. We try to respect. And we even call the children and say, they ain't even want to see her. They ain't even want to tell her hello. But this boy, everybody wants to speak to him. Everybody in the place wants to be his friend. And almost every day, this guy is punished to go and do some kind of work on a mission. Every day, he is punished. They will either tell him to go and do this. Every day, this guy is punished. One way or the other, the boy will find work. The boy will find, even if there is no trouble to cause, the boy will cause trouble. You will end up doing this, you will end up doing that, or sweeping yet, some kind of way. But I always surprised. I said, but why is it that people, they girls, they just like the man? They just like the man. I have come to realize, not only that particular case, I want to welcome a big sister, one of our general of the microphone, Madam Roslyn Winley. You are highly welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. We do appreciate your presence here. Thank you for your presence. It's always a privilege for us to have you here. Eric, thank you so much for joining us. Eric P., we appreciate you. Thank you so very kindly. So almost all of the girls will appreciate this guy. So you see, we grew up seeing some things that were abnormal. So in our mind, we believe that the people who are very arrogant, or the guys who are just, they are too that kind of way, they are the people who people like. Mommy Ball Gay, you are highly welcome. Joining us from South Dakota, you are welcome, sir. That they are the people that people like. Now, I am saying this to me when it comes to our society. The people who respect the rule of law, these are not people that people get time for. People hail, people follow, people appreciate. People who don't even respect the rule of law, people who are very arrogant, very abusive, are the people that they respect. But I can tell you that things are changing because our mentality is changing in a positive direction. It's changing. So President Weah spoke of the rule of law and said that the rule of law must never be compromised. What is enshrined in the book as law to govern all of us, it must never be compromised. Never. It must never. I want to say this to all of us, right? Yeah, rudeness swag. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mama. Rudeness swag. There is something I have observed. There is no President Weah, or there is no news, without President Weah. If President Weah is not mentioned, there is no news. Absolutely, there is no news. People like criminal Stanton Waterspoon came to prominence because of His Excellency President Dr. George Martin Weah. President Weah as an individual has impacted us. The CDC as an institution has impacted us. So when I'm listening to people saying, the people say that President Weah, Stanton and say that President Weah, that he the one honor money, then sometimes I laugh. I don't give these people credence. You know why? Because these people are not the moral voices for you and myself. They are not. They are not. They are not people that we should give credence to in our society. You know why? Because everything that they are doing is compromised. They are doing it with an intention to benefit themselves and exploit from you. They are using other people's knowledge to excel. People saw somebody like Stanton Waterspoon. He has absolutely zero knowledge as it relates to the running of government or understanding of governance in Liberia. He was very, one thing about people who are very, very criminal minded, they prey on the mistakes of people or on the magnanimity of people. So Stanton Waterspoon was able to use some of our brothers who understand the issues in Liberia, like Ben Sanvi, Timolin George, Dr. P. Barry, and etc. etc. He used these people in order for him to be able to put himself out there, use their knowledge, use their academic purse in order for him to be able to catapult himself. Without these people, Stanton Waterspoon was almost going to be like a nothing in the midst of nothing. But he used their knowledge. It is not that he understands the issue, but he allowed other people who understand the issue to flow, then he flow along with them. That's how it is. That's how he has been surviving. And you see, the good thing about it, the man had the finance. So he decided that, well, what I would do, I will use my finance and also use other people's knowledge to ride on it. So it's not that he understands the political issues. It's not that he can dissect it adequately, but he will use the knowledge of people. That's why you see, and let me say this. The guy is a very clever criminal, a very clever convicted criminal. He will bring in people who understand the issue and will rely on their knowledge to be able to get to where he's supposed to get. You leave Stanton Waterspoon one-on-one in a room, he cannot discuss the issue with sense for 30 minutes in Liberia. No, he can't. Unlike what we can do, discuss and bring you the fact, he can't do it. So you will always depend on other people to get there, which is, it's on him. So people like Stanton Waterspoon understand that Liberians, we are still challenged with understanding what we really want and who can really speak for us. So they will sit on their platform and they look at the population and they look at the mindset and say, let's go this way. A criminal like Stanton Waterspoon has never been on our side and will never be on your side. No, will never. All he does is prey on the ignorance of our people, prey on the feelings of our people. When you look at the people feelings and see that the majority of the people are in serious disagreement with bad governance, and you will decide to speak against what is happening at a particular time. That's what he will do. That's what he will do. So he observed the population. He looked at the population. You think Stanton Waterspoon don't know? And cronies of his don't know? When you hear these people lambasting and saying, oh, government must do this, oh, the government not proceeding well, they are not doing it because they like you. No. They are doing it because they see that your feelings is being hurt, and so therefore they must ride with that particular wave of your feelings. They are not doing it because they are objective. They are doing it because they want to save their face. They want to save their institution. We then on here, we have never bent with the truth relative to supporting what is positive. We have never bent. We have never been compromised. We are not sometimely. We are not inconsistent. We believe in what we believe in. Whether we get 2 persons listening or we get 3 persons listening, we believe in it. We believe in the ideology of President Weah. This is the reason why, even when we get 1 person listening to us, we can adequately discuss with clarity and distinction without looking behind or forward or backward. We believe that the answer for the political problems that we are faced with is the CDC and President Weah in this day, age, and time. That's why we have not swayed. We have not been compromised.
That's why whenever we come here ready to propagate what we believe in. We are not moved by the feeling of people. Somebody jump out the money and say, oh yeah, just that human poeta get my son money there. I say, I go behind. I say, oh yeah, just that human poeta is a good man. No. Somebody jump out in the money and say, oh yeah, just that human poeta give me machine. Yeah, I can say, oh yeah, just that human poeta a good man. Or maybe just that human poeta sack somebody. I can say, oh yeah, just that human poeta you doing well. No. Our consistency has been very consistent. We told you from the beginning that people like Joseph Newman Boyka, they are of no use to the message of political redemption for our people. And we believe in that. We stand by that. We stand by that. We told you that Joseph Newman Boyka is not that individual that will emancipate our people. This man has come to enrich himself. This man has come to redeem himself, and not you and myself. So we are very consistent on that. So do not be deceived by what people like Stanton Waterspoon or other will do. Today or tomorrow they jump on when they know that the people are angry, then they can't. They say they're speaking on behalf of the people. No, you are not. When you became a savior for the people, when you became the voice of the voiceless, when you became one who will stand and speak against ills, stop joking us. Stop lying to us. You support your agenda. So they wake up one morning and say, President, we are responsible. He the one moving to Natikofa. And I'm glad that President Weah spoke on the issue and made it very emphatic and very clear that I do not undermine what I made or what I am also a part of making. I do not undermine it. So he made that clear. He made it very clear. And let's listen here for a while. Let's listen here.
Who's going to be the speaker and who will not be the speaker? Who will be the deputy speaker? Who will be the caucus chair? You know, so
Please help us to hit the share button.
Any issues, any reservation, we'll go back to the table.
Rosalind Tene, how are you, Mama?
So I don't know what I don't know the reason though.
New deal, you're welcome.
What happened is wrong, and those that are fighting with the speaker, like us, I think we're doing the right thing. And those that are fighting against the speaker.
Clary Allison, how are you, Mama?
It's the wrong thing. It's the wrong thing.
What punitive action many would think about at this time? Because if you are engaged and with these folks for them to go back, you are calling on.
So President Weah again showed to the world and showed to all of us that he is a respecter of the rule of law and he will always intervene. You know, I'm sorry, I do not really have the luxury of time for go through all, but I will just explain it. When our brother AB asked President Weah whether he is in communication with these people, whether he is talking to them, he made it very emphatic that he is talking to them, even though some of them do not answer him. But one thing he said, and this has encouraged me to be persistent and to be very focused, he said, I will keep calling them. I will keep calling them. That is leadership. That is leadership. He said, even though they do not answer my call, even though I pick up the phone to call them, they don't answer, but I still call them. I still call them. Even though he disagree with the way that they are going, but he said, I will still call them. I will still want to hear from them. I will still keep trying. We will keep trying, and one day they will pick up my call, we talk, we make sense. This is the kind of leader that we need for a Liberia that is sick. This is the kind of leader that we need for a Liberia, that fellow Liberian, that the very fabric of our country is deeply rooted in the foundation of hatred, in the foundation of segregation, in the foundation of depriving the ordinary people. This is the kind of leader that we need. One who will say, it doesn't matter how many times I call, how many times they do not answer my call, but I will keep calling because he wants a solution. You that want to see a problem being solved, you do not give up. You know, as I look, President Weah's word is like a Bible, so to speak, a political Bible. Look, I listen to President We are more than I listening to any other person podcast. Because when you listen to President Weah, there are a lot of things that he revealed when he is talking. And it takes the grace of God for you to understand it. It takes an open mind for you to understand. You see, when President Weah said, I am calling them, I am talking to them. Just a minute, please. Let me check on something here quick. So when he said that, I will talk to them. So when he said that, I will talk to them, I will keep calling them. At the end of the day, that was a word to tell us that, fellow Liberians, we must not give up. We must not give up. In the pursuit of a better Liberia, it doesn't matter what happened, but we must continue. We must not give up. That we must not give up. No matter what happened, we must never and ever give up on Liberia, on the process of peace, on the process of unity, on the process of ensuring that Liberia becomes a better country. We must not give up. When President Weah said, I am calling them, they are not, some of them are not picking up. Yes, or some are picking up, but some are not. But that was something that all of us as Liberians, that we must be able to ensure. Fatu Sharif, you are welcome, Mama. How are you? Thank you. That is something that all of us must ensure. What I see persistent. The reason why people succeed is not because they try one time and they fail. Then they go sit down. The reason why they succeed is that continuous. Their stubborn attitude to be able to pursue the truth. So when President Weah said to AB that, look, I am calling them, they are not answering. Some are picking up and some are not picking up. But I will continue to call. Liberians, I want to say to you, look, that phrase alone of President Weah, I can take the whole day to even lecture on it. That as a Liberian, yes, we made mistake. It seems that things are not going right. But can we get it right? Yes, we can get it right with persistence. Or somebody will say persistences. With steadfastness. We're not giving up. That's what a leader will do. You remain engaged with your people. Even though they do not want to hear you, but you remain engaged with your people. Even though you're picking up your... Imagine a President George Manning, we are calling these people and they can't answer, hey, yeah, this life is not balance. Imagine. The man on whose wings and capacity you was able to excel, that people look at you and say, you are somebody who can represent us. This man is calling, hey, yeah, people, they're not answering. Hey, yeah. Imagine a man who sat down and said, look, I will support you. I will put my hands behind you. I will put my party behind you. I will dedicate my all into you so that you can be victorious. This man is calling these people and they are not answering. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. Imagine a man who dedicated money. I was in Liberia. Thank God that I was there. And not something to say, oh, I wasn't there. All of these people that ran on the CDC ticket or the CDC supported, President Weah did not only support them morally, but also financially. Also financially. The party was able to support these people financially. I am telling you what I saw. What I saw, and I was there, thank God that we are there one way or the other. The party was able to support these people financially to ensure that they have finance to make things to happen on their behalf. President Weah took phones and called other people in the counties, other counties authority, and said, you got to help this person. This person got to succeed. Let us make this thing happen for this person. But today it is the President Weah who is calling these boys, who is calling these people, and today they can't answer the call. President Weah, hey, yeah. Hey. Imagine that. Can you imagine? Can you imagine a president? We are calling these people that he uses time, his resources, his effort, and everything on them. And at the end of the day, today, these very same people, they are not even able to answer a call. They don't want to answer a call. They don't want to answer his call. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? You just sit for a minute and imagine what is going on. Just sit for a minute and imagine what is going on. People who the party made sacrifices for. People who the party was able to ensure that they become victorious are the people today who don't even want to answer the call of His Excellency President Weah. People who President Weah took his phone and call other people on their behalf and say, look, this person will need to succeed. There is a need for us to be able to work with this person in order for this person here to be victorious. Today, these people are saying, no, we will not answer your call. We will not answer your phone. Imagine. Something President Weah said, and maybe I will want to re-echo it this morning to all of us. It is the CDC that made us. We do not make the CDC, in other words, as leaders, so to speak. President Weah said that the party, that's why you see in the CDC, we say the party remains supreme. The supremacy of the party is on the shoulders of the ordinary people. On the shoulder of the ordinary people. You cannot disrespect the ordinary people. No, you can't. And think that you will survive. You can't politically. You will be brought down. You will be brought down. Nobody disrespect the people or the rule of law within CDC and you think that you will survive. You can't. It's not possible. It's not possible for you to survive it. It's not. The party has always been magnanimous to anybody and to everybody. To anybody and to everybody. But one thing that remains very constant is that the party will not bow down to anybody. Oh yes, the party will not bow down to anybody. Today, what we are seeing is scaring. It shows a high level of ungratefulness, not only to the party because the people are the party, but to the people. But to the people. For a $25,000 that you will sell your integrity, for a $25,000 or a $15,000, you will disrespect the witches of the people. For $25,000 today, you are disrespecting what the people believe in. Oh, son of man, how low have you stood? How low have you stood? How low? How low have you stood? What is $25,000 that you must compromise yourself for? All those of you who have taken the other side, who knew you? Was it not the same political institution that gave you relevance? Was it not the same CDC that gave you an opportunity? Was it not the same common people who cannot even afford to eat 3 times a day, that because of the love for their party, they said that they will support you, and they went in the butchers and in the trenches pleading your cause and your case? Why have you forgotten so soon? Why have you forgotten so soon? So President Weah told us in that particular interview that it doesn't matter as a leader who answers or who doesn't answer. Keep on being persistent and you will get a result as required that you need to get. That you need to get, you will get it. Your consistency, your persistency, your forcefulness, your dedication will make you to get the result that you actually deserve and require. You will get it. When I heard President we are saying, I'm calling them, they are not picking up, but I will keep calling. That thing broke my heart. I lie to you. It almost brought tears to me. It almost brought tears to me. It reminds me of the Bible story when the master said, a man has 99 sheep and one is missing. Will he forget about that one? Or will he leave the 99 and go in search of that particular one? And he said, we'll leave the 99 and go search for that missing one. This is to tell you that, look, President William is somebody who wants to see a party united, a people united. He do not believe in division like that of Joseph Nyuma Boyka and his cronies. He do not believe that human being heart is of stone. Look, President Weah have given me the energy to believe in the rule of law. And that's the reason why some of us will continue to say that the CDC-USA must follow suit. What Madam Constant Duopu and her cronies did, we will not accept it. You know, the interview from President Weah has reinvigorated, and that's why we are calling for this meeting on Friday. The meeting is up here. There is this meeting that we are calling for on Friday of all seditions in the US. Look, there are people who want to infiltrate and destroy the party. And we, the ordinary people, must protect this particular party. The party always have men and women that will protect it. So all of you are invited. Here's the information. The conference number, everything is there. And everything is there. I think we have to do some other stuff here. At the end of the day, we all seeing what is going on. We all seeing what is happening. We will ensure that the rule of law is respected. Sorry, I want to respond to something quick here. Just received some kind of message. That's the thing about what we do, sometimes, yeah. That's the thing about what we do, my people. You're sorry. Forgive us. You're sorry and forgive us. You're sorry and forgive us, please. Okay. I have to respond, sometimes when we are doing this thing, we have to, yeah. All right. So you're sorry, my people. You're sorry, you're sorry, you're sorry, you're sorry, you're sorry, you're sorry, you're sorry. You're sorry. Mm. What we do here, my people, that's what we do. Sometimes we got to be working between things. We got to respond to some text and all the other rest of it. And that's why we are inviting everyone to this particular meeting. That's why we are inviting everybody to the meeting. All of you are invited to this meeting. All of you are invited. Because we cannot be in the US and few group of people think that they can undermine this party. Then we say that, we say we keep quiet. Some of us today are who we are one way or the other politically because of this same party. So we must protect and defend this party. We must do that. We owe this party. And we must defend what is right in the interest of the party. Today, there was a press conference. Maybe I may be playing the press conference. Really, time is not in our favor, but we played this and then
Them they are not going back. The party is
because I
angry
just
today, and I was
received another
hearing from the
stuff.
House Foreign Developments back home. There were protest staged where they were calling these people to go
So
back.
listening here,
Has said that
I'm sorry, I had to take care of some
under
things
the
behind the
Gambo,
scene.
and then go to a court due process. And in the wake of that, today T5 was calling on people who stood against the removal of Speaker Kofa, naming them to appear before their blood so that they will penalize them. All those people named that T5 were calling, they were all citizens who were fighting like you for the wrong thing to make sure that the Speaker is
you are a lawyer, and why are they fighting people that don't agree that the speaker should be removed? Why are they fighting them? Why are they threatening them? No one should be threatening them. You know, because they have their own opinion of the speaker being the speaker. You know what I'm saying? The fact that you chose a side doesn't mean that everybody go with you. You know, it's a political party. And everyone have the same values and strength in the parliament. Not because you're deputy speaker, you believe that when you say something, everybody should follow you. No, it's wrong. So those that believe that the speaker should not be removed, I think is a stand as the best thing to do, because we're going to support them. We want to make sure that the speaker stays. It's important for us, for our party. I listened to the deputy speaker today. You know, I think he doesn't realize that he was in the parliament saying that, because for him to preserve, that means the honor that circumstances. You know, I think he need to go back. He need to take everybody and go back. You know, because it's a constitutional matter. You know, so matter. So what he need to do to encourage his people that want to remove the speaker and go to the actual parliament. The parliament cannot be divided. You know, because honor is gavel is unconstitutional. You know, Flanty is the speaker, and when Flanty having a section, the least he can do, you know, if you believe that he has power, take his people there, and then do it on the gavel of Flanty. Then they have the strength to even removing on his gavel if they have the strength. But to separate the house, you know what I'm saying, it doesn't make sense. So I think whatever it is, they need to go back and sit down, you know, and all of the things that are going on, you know, everyone accusing who responsible, all these things that people got to move on, you know, and the parliament has a responsibility to make sure that the country move on. So they need to go back. They start to go anti and do what they need to do. But I can guarantee you, Honorable Frankie Kova is not just a friend, he's a brother. You know, I encourage him to join CDC, and I support him 110%. You know, I don't get into the politics, you know what I'm saying, but I support Frankie. So I ask good lawmakers to join us to make sure that I will solve our problem, not in that way to put the speaker.
What will you now say to your critics, especially the Unity Party came up and through the information minister, they said that it is the CDC folks who are trying to remove Fanatikova and not the Unity Party. And others are even carrying it as far as saying that, look, you, President, we are.
Stop. Okay. Boga can lie. The government, all the ministers in the government, they can lie. They don't put an all hustler, they put a hustler, they lie. Everything they say.
And you see that? This is why we continue to say as Liberians that do not trust these people. Do not give these people credence because they are a bunch of liars. They are a bunch of liars. And that's what President we are saying. These people can lie. How did they come to power? How did they come to power? How did Bweka become president today? How he became president? It's true lies. These people prey on the Liberian people because they know that at the end of the day, the people at the time, they were not sophisticated enough to take their own time to read between the lines. So they think that the same old lie can stay continue. Oh, that lie on a man. Oh, we can lie. They think that we are the cause. Why would President Weah, who called for a meeting and said, Thomas, Honorable Fala, we want you to go as deputy. As per the ascendancy clause and what we believe in our institution, let's go by the law. Let's go by the rule. But like I said, people like Stanton Waterspoon, they are preying on you. But there is something I also observe and I want to say here. Liberians are becoming critical and are becoming objective. It's a gradual process. And that's why you see some of us have the energy. Now, they just are supposed to be doing some work here right now as I speak to you. They just send me an information I'm supposed to be doing a work. But that work, I will do it. That's my work. I'll put it one side, I will do it and give you this information. You know, Liberians, what we are doing, we are grateful because there are people who are learning and we are emancipating our people gradually. It may seem very slow, but we are getting there. We are getting there. Like AB will say, we are getting there. However, we get there. What about 1-1, by 2-2, by half-half, or by 3-3? We get there. And we are getting there every day. Every day when we come on this platform, those of you who send in your comments, those of you who are contributing in one way or the other, definitely, we are getting there. So the rule of law must be respected. And that's why you see some of us, we continue to insist that here in CDC-USA, we respect the rule of law, we play by the Constitution. Anything out of the Constitution, forget it. We're not part of it. Anything that has to do with undermining the CDC, we are not part of it. We are not part of it. We are not. We will continue to respect the rule of law. The CDC as a political institution, like we were saying, it is in this opposition that, fellow Liberians, we have to show to the public that we are doing something different. You know, let us use this period of opposition to say to our critics that yes, there were some issues. Yes, there were some challenges, but we are not grown. We are men and women politically as far as we are concerned. The party is stronger than ever before. And that's why I want to say to you as citizens, we must not keep quiet when we see evil. We must say it. We must expose it. We must make noise behind it. Even if it is in our own political institution, we must make noise behind it. We must make noise. We must use this period in opposition to be able to correct ourselves. We must use this period in opposition to correct the wrongs. To tell people that this is the right way. The same thing that we were doing some 10 years ago, we can't do it now. We'll do it differently and do it more sophisticated in a straight manner. And that's why I want to say kudos to the president, President Weah. Let's listen to him and AB a bit on this.
They never say the truth. How can George Weah? You know what I'm saying? I can George Weah. Maybe know I'm from. Maybe I'm not someone that envy people. I don't envy people, especially people that I help to reach as far as they all reach. You know what I'm saying? I use my effort to elect Francis Kofa. Why would it benefit me to coerce with people and remove Francis? Why? It doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? So all people are playing games. You know what I'm saying? You know, they play games. You already show to the world, the entire world, that you coercing people, giving them money to remove speaker, and it's corruption. So let us talk about what they're doing is wrong, and who try to move.
Welcome, my sister
Asata. I cannot be the president of the movement. That is my speaker. When I told Thomas Father that our rules, and he know there's a doctrine. He grew up in the system. There's a kid what we took from the playing field we brought. We took a system that is succession, CDC. We don't take our leaders and put other. No, it's when another leader there, you deputy after that person, you go you in line, and that's our policy. That's our our regiment, and you understand. And when he said that he wanted to be speaker, I told him no. Baba was speaker, Francis was deputy speaker. Now we hear Francis going as a speaker, going as a deputy. And after Francis, he will go somewhere. So that's it. We discuss it. Everybody agree because that's the way we work. You understand? That's the way we work because we don't want hard feelings in the party. We want everybody to know that they have a responsibility and they can rise up to all of this position. You understand? If you look at our party, you see all of the children that lead us today, the Jericho leaders, they grew up in the system, Janga, all of the people. So what we do in our party is to respect, you know, each other, and then we follow the rules and guidelines. That if you work as a deputy with anybody, when that person, except you don't do anything out of the way, but if that person going to another level, you follow. And so I'm surprised. It's not something that I hated. With my friend and brother Thomas Fala, I think he need to sit down, like you said, and realize that what he's doing is very wrong. But again, his behavior is not everybody's behavior, and that's why you have all the misfeeling. Other people believe that what you're doing is wrong, and then it's wrong. So but I say to you, Flanty, I encourage Flanty that the CDC was the best choice for him. He went to elections. He and myself met to the junction of Barclayville and Saskan, and I told him that we'll support you. You need to come to us. Since Flanty came to us, we've been friends. We're not even friends with brothers. And Flanty knows. So if anybody want to sabotage him, it will not be George Weah. It will not be George Weah. Yeah, be somebody now. I got regards for him as a friend. Even when you're not my friend, I give him maximum respect, and we work together. So many times on so many fronts. So that I have no desire to remove him from his position. He was legitimately elected. Yeah, people want the election elected.
But are you? I see a lot of anger and rising up against Thomas Fala. Though others may do it, the likes of Clarence Gar and others, but what pains both partisans and even former executives or current executives within the party is Thomas Fala's conduct. Today, Akaros Gray, when he saw Thomas Fala in the chambers calling for CDC lawmakers to be penalized for their action in protecting Fonati, he immediately took onto his Facebook page and said that time has come for Thomas Fala to be expelled from the party. What say you to that?
Well, first of all, Fala behavior, I mean, it reached to a point where he knows that he made an error. He's a saboteur. He tried to sabotage the party. He knows that he made an error. He can't come back. He doesn't have the face to come back. You understand? Because he doesn't even understand what he's doing. So what he needs to do is to look for these small excuses to believe that, okay, I have the power. No, you can see even when you're presiding or his people that you're talking about, even to say what you want to say, you can see that it's trouble. It's trouble. So the Akaros, what I can say, we believe in our rules and regulations, guidelines, and then of course, at the same time, we believe in election laws, and we are a political party. Everyone that was in that position and in our party decided to leave. They go through the agreement ethics committee. So something that when it happen, we don't just go through by the shirt or by the neck and say, look, you leave. I mean, every supporter of those that don't understand will say, experiment. But at the end of the day, we have our system put in place, our grievance and ethics committee, that if they believe, you know what I'm saying, that is in consonant with the law, you know what I'm saying, of course, you have to pass through that process. Then you have to go to the grievance and ethics committee. If that, you go there and answer the question why he doing this and that. If it's not in line with what we're doing, then of course, then we inform the higher body that responsible. And then we present document, and then we explain for our party.
Okay. So what will be the first action taken at this time?
Well,
because Tifa is still active.
Yeah,
he is still performing. He's the vice chair for operation of the party. That one pains most parties.
Yeah, but the first thing we need to do, and if that happens, is the best thing to first of all suspend him for misconduct. Okay. You understand? For sabotage. He's a saboteur.
So that's what you're recommending now. You are recommending
if our responsible in the ethics committees, I would make sure that they call him to ask him some questions. And then because you can see the footage is on videos, is the voice on the radios and what have you. So the first thing we're supposed to do is to make sure that that committee suspend him for time indefinite while they probe into the matter constitutionally. Okay. I think that the best thing is the best choice, because he doesn't have a face to come back. Okay. You know what I'm saying? If not somebody that will say, I messed up, I think Jeremiah, forgive me, I don't know. So he can't come back. You can see that he is trouble.
And Mr. President, the way you're speaking about this, I know it's understood that he could go through suspension and then what that is going on. There are citizens out there who are listening, partisans, and they believe that when these things are happening, they don't, it's not about them. It's about the high level of ingratitude, the thing that these people are showing to you as a person. Because you were with them. You made sure that you didn't stand in anyone's way. Anyone who came your way, you always help them up at the top. Now they are planning to visit these people and take other actions all by themselves against them as they are moving in the public to make sure that they take back from them what they got from them through you. Violence may likely be the order of the day.
No, no violence. I don't think so. No one has the power. Those people were elected. Some of us doesn't have the power to take them from the parliament. Okay. There's due process. The process is you can just take people from the parliament. I was once a parliamentarian. I work in the Senate. Okay. You understand? So they have their opinion. That the speaker must be removed, and other people have their opinion. Say, no, the speaker must stay. So there's no war yet. You understand? So but the rules and guidelines, so you cannot force people to join you. People have their own way of thinking. So I think a lot of people believe that it's wrong. What they're doing is not the right way to see money passing around, some videos and whatever. It's wrong. It's wrong.
Where do you draw in national leadership? Under your leadership, we didn't hear about these kind of noise and all over the place. Money, the country is hard. Joe Boakai said he took over an economy that was practically down, broke economy, no money in the country. But we are seeing money dished out everywhere around. Where does that draw in leadership?
Again, like I said to the cabinet, we did well in our 6 years. And I want to thank our government. Okay. We have done well. If we didn't achieve anything, you see, people would never miss us. Okay. But we have done very well. I've done very well. And I would say that every day, we try to protect the image of this country. So my team did very well. So we're not there now. We're not there. What we're trying to do is to make sure that those people that in power, they don't just do anything they want to do. Okay. Because we have constitution. We have we cannot be going out of what the rule of law says. You understand? So I'm not in the parliament, but I wish, because I wish I were around. You know what I'm saying? If I were parliamentarian, it was going to be different. Like
so why if you were president?
But when I was senator, I the only person, even at 30%, I go against them because they're wrong. Okay. When I was senator, when they said that even passports will be more than 20, I stood up. Yes, I knew that the rest, the 29, they would have, but I've always make sure that this is not the way. It's not the way. So the way what our friends doing is wrong. It's not good.
If you were president on your watch and these things happening at this time, what role you have played?
What I would call, like I'm doing now. Okay. Call them on phone. You know, most of them don't answer my phone, but I'm very happy that Father, every time I call, he answer and I tell you what I want to tell him. So we've been discussing, okay. You know, and Father thinks that I don't like him. I love him. You know what I'm saying? I've been with Father for more.
Has he expressed that to you to say you don't like him?
Not just you tell people, but if I didn't like Father, Father was almost gone. I'm the one that, as a friend, make sure that I was close by him, I was with him, for him to be to where he is today. You know what I'm saying? So I love him, but a behavior, I can't condone it. Okay. So, and I'm not going to go tell somebody, tell him. I tell him what I believe and what he's doing, what is wrong. Okay. So I don't go, you see me, like I said, I'm an October born. I don't know how to hide. When you do something to me, I tell you. If I want to deal with you, I deal with you. If I don't want to deal with you, I let you know I'm not dealing with you. So we've been discussing this before it even came.
So we have other engagement, and there's some other stuff that we need to take care of, you know, that we want to just play this, and then we can call it a day. The CDC had a press conference today, and I thought to bring you this press conference. Let's bring you the press conference. I want to bring you the press conference.
No one.
I want to bring you the press conference.
Is a testament to the strength of American democracy. We show exceptional respect for the will of the American people. American people have spoken eloquently. In other development, the National Executive Committee calls on Mr. Joseph Walker to desist for a selfish political desire to destabilize the democracy of the state. Mr. Walker dangerously attempting to impose a one-party dominant state and undermine the checks and balances in the government, with the executive branch interfering and domineering the legislature, disrespecting the decision of the Liberian judiciary. Mr. Walker is unbothered in the government failure to pay the AFL and other government workers massive of budget spending, rampant corruption in serious government institutions, the LRRC. It was a cosmetic decision. They were paid off, and you want to bamboozle the liability. He gave you the reality behind the acting. But chooses to waste state resources by sponsoring the removal of Speaker J. Fulham Ikofa. It is evident that Mr. Bwaka and his Unity Party government are crumbling under the weight of their government and are seeking escape through possible instability that may result in his dangerous political maneuvering, including continuous political harassment of the CDC and unlawful removal of the Speaker of the Legislature. Giving a risk of this plot of the Unity Party poses to our democratic practices. The CDC is surprised that some of its partisans who are lawmakers will allow themselves to be used in this process. This act of partisan violate Part 2, Chapter 1, Rule 5 of the CDC Constitution. Hence, the party will create no space for such deviant partisans. The party has therefore decided, in keeping with Part 2, Chapter 1, Rule 14, to temporarily suspend those partisans who are lawmakers being used and request them, in keeping with Part 1, Article 15, Section 80, and Part 2, Chapter 1, Rule 17 and 18, to avail themselves. To what?
Avail themselves.
They should avail themselves. This is a respectable institution. We follow the rules of law. We preside over this country. We govern this place here. We rule the law. Our institution, we do the same thing. So we give them an opportunity that our constitution, they must be temporarily suspended, go to the Active and Grievance Committee for immediate and speedy investigation. When they are liable, then they proceed to the National Executive Committee. On the basis of that, the National Executive Committee will take a decision, and that decision will be conveyed by the National Sitting Chairperson, Augusta Jangako. Avail themselves to the National Disciplinary and Grievance Active Committee for investigation. Those involved as follow: 11 of them. This party operates on precedent and tradition. We have never fallen short, never will we draw back for anybody. The party remains the creator. Those people remain the creature. No creator fear the creature. So it is with the CDC. Number one of them, Thomas Fallon, Deputy Speaker, is hereby been suspended temporarily. District number 1, Rutherford County. Alexander Paul, District number 1, River G County. Isaac Chodople Wu, District number 2, River G County. Johnson S. Williams, District number 3, River G County. Judy L. Weir, District number 2, Lofa County. Momo Siafa Poto, District number 3, Lofa County. Honorable Albert K. Jones, District number 2, Markibi County. Honorable Emmanuel Ya, District number 4, Markibi County. Honorable Clarence Gar, District number 5, Markibi County. Honorable P. Mark Jury, District number 1, Maryland County. Honorable Samson Q. Weir, District number 2, Sano County. The CDC remains committed to upholding the peace and stability of the state and caution Joseph Walker to desist from instituting political manipulation that have the potential to undermine our hard-earned peace.
So, fellow Liberians, what is important here for us that we wanted to reveal to you is the suspension of this official temporary suspension pending a full investigation. We want to say thanks to the party for such a decision. We believe that all must subscribe to the rule of law. And that's the reason why those of us here in the US, we will continue to say that the rule of law, the Constitution, must be respected. Anything out of the Constitution will not be welcomed by us. We want to again say to all of you, we are going to be having a meeting that is on Friday. On Friday, there's going to be a meeting, and we are inviting all of you. We are inviting all of you. I'm sorry, we have other stuff doing here, so just bear with us. Yeah, we are inviting all of you. There's the information. We are inviting all of you to our Friday's meeting. There's the information right here. We're about to put it on our page. Those of you who are following us, is for those of us that are in the US. There's going to be an important, very important meeting on Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So all of you are invited. On this note, my people, we got to go. Time have caught up with us because there's too many things going on. But again, I want to say thanks to each and every one of you for the time. I want to thank you for your support. So until we meet again, Friday is our panelist discussion where we bring all of our people and discuss. But until we meet again, my people, we say have yourself a God bless day and bye from our end.